In this demo, we're going to be altering our database. You can use either the terminal or pgadmin. So if you're using pgadmin, the method doesn't really matter because you're going to get the same end result. So we're going to be attempting to rename in the DemoDB. Select the DemoDB, right click, scroll down to Query Tool. So the first thing we are going to be doing here is that we're going to be changing an attribute on the database. So it's altered database, right? Specify the name and with the option that you want to set. So we're going to alter the DemoDB and change the connection limit to 20. So it's alter database, specify the database name, right? So it's demo. So it's DemoDB, and width we want to change the connection limit, right? So we're going to set that to 10. Now hit the play button to execute, or you can hit F5. Database altered successfully. Now let's right click on the database, view properties, right? If you go on definition, you'll see the connection limit set to 10. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to attempt to rename the DemoDB. So it's alter database, specify the database name and the action that we're going to perform, which is a rename. But I don't expect this to work because you cannot rename a database where you are connected to that session. So let's highlight the statement and hit execute. So that was a syntax error. I messed out the 2. So rename 2 and specify the database name. So let's highlight and execute. Current database cannot be renamed. That's because we are connected to the database. However, if we attempt to rename the demo param database, we should be able to rename it successfully. Select highlight and execute. So as you can see from the output message, the query returned successfully. So let's do a refresh on our database. Now you see the database name is being reflected as NewDB. Once you are connected to the database, you cannot rename it. You would have to disconnect your session. So let me copy, close this session, right? Don't save. Now let's go to the Postgres database, Query Tool. And now we're going to rename the DemoDB to NewDB underscore test. Execute the statement. So it shows an error. DemoDB is being accessed by 2 other users. So I would have to kill these users' session to be able to successfully rename the database. We can query the PG activity stats to see a list of sessions that is connected to our server. Once we have the PID of the sessions that we want to kill on the DemoDB, then we can use the PG terminate backend function to get that done. So these are the 2 PIDs that we need to kill. 1668, right? So let's run this command here. The result is true. So let's execute the PG stat activity again. Now you realize that that session is gone from the database. Now let's kill the other session. 1901. Let's check the stats again. So all the sessions are gone, so we can successfully rename the demo database to NewTestDB. It's very important to note this because you may be trying to rename a database but realize you can't rename it and don't know why. So you can't have any active session on the database when you're trying to rename it. So as mentioned earlier, if this is an active database where users are connecting frequently, then you'd have to set the connection to 0 so no one can access the database, and then you kill those sessions. If we wanted to change the owner of the database, all we need to do now is do alter database, right? Then we need to say owner to, and then specify the owner that you want to change the owner to. So I'm going to use demo user and then execute the statement. So NewTestDB did not exist. Earlier when I killed the session, I did not execute the command to rename it, so that should be good now. So let's execute. Database altered. So let's check the owner of the databases. So right click on databases, refresh, then select new DB, select properties. Right now on the owner you would see demo user. In the next lecture we're going to be taking a look at how we can drop a database in Postgres.